Welcome to HDPP Live on a Saturday night to the UK and around the world with photos, memories and friends. This is HDPP Live. How are you this evening? Are you all well?
Hinckley history, past and present for you. Meeting friends old and new. Streaming Wednesdays and Saturdays too. With founder members Paul and Sue. The smiles that we bring are a heritage thing. HDPP, keeping history alive. HDPP, streaming HDPP live. Where local memories survive. HDPP, streaming HDPP. Clips, photos, memories, and friends helps a dreary night go by. Wearing Hinckley, six of the best, stupendous, quizzical high. The smiles that we bring are a heritage thing. HDPP, keeping history alive. HDPP. Streaming HDPP, HDPP, where local memories survive. HDPP, streaming HDPP live. Let's take you back in time. A community affair. We'll take you for a ride. Henson's cab will take you there. We're making history. HDPP, chapter of causes. History supporting local causes. Streaming HDPP live. Betty is our queen bee. The sweetest honey candy. Stand here again, HDPP live. Hey, you know we keep it in HDPP.
Come on, ladies and gentlemen, clap for those people there. Don't they do a good job every week? Absolutely they do. And welcome once again to... Oh yes, thank you. Good evening. How are you? How are you this evening? Sunday night once again, and here we are, live from the heart of good old Blighty. Yes, it's HDPP Live. How are you? Had a busy day, in a sort of way, and had a busy night last night, in a sort of silly sort of way, but a great way. And all of a sudden I thought, oh, blimey, it's Sunday again. Here we are, and as always, lots of people joining us live, and we do know there's a lot of you that watch later on YouTube, and our figures tell us that, so which is really nice, but you obviously can't join us live, but it's more fun when it's live, as our people in the chat room will tell you. And let's see, let me just scroll up the list. Yeah, I'll scroll up the list, you see. Ian Roberts, as always, is pretty well first in these days, followed by Anne Hunt. Hello, Anne. Kath Denny. Hello. Daniel Coburn's here as well. And Dave B. almost tripping over Daniel Coburn to get in with that. Well, I'm at present, sir. Well, I'm glad you are. Well done. And good evening, Queen Bee, as well. We haven't had a chance to come and see you. Sorry. Been a bit silly down here, but nice silly, if you understand. Paul Glover's here as well. Hello, Paul. Nice you can join us on a Sunday night. Maybe because Meet the Midwife is now finished now, isn't it? We haven't watched that, have we yet? We haven't got round to watching it yet, so that'll probably be something to watch in the week. Dave Allen is saying hello to everybody. I said everybody from Boston in Lincolnshire. Yeah. Jan Kirby's with us as well. Hello, Jan. All right. Yes. Things are done, by the way, so come by, pick them up. She knows what I mean. Elaine Galloway, hi Elaine. John Fletcher, oh, Dr. Nookie, yes. He's here too. Nice to know that you're here and waiting. And hopefully you can enjoy tonight's programme as well. Kevin Beasley's here from Babbage. Yes, Burbage is live tonight. They even put the street lamps on. And, also, Kit Parker. Remember Mrs. Poldark? Yeah, she used to come to our social nights. And she used to join us. Well, she's putting something right tonight. And she's with us. Hi, Kit. Glad you could join us as well. And the man himself, Pat Galloway, is evening with a great big long... all the way down Castle Street. Thank you, Pat. Lovely. And Jeff Wallace is here. Hi, Jeff. Now then, we've got a split team tonight. We've got Jeff over in Lincolnshire, and we've got Anna in Hinckley. And they're going to have to work together with text messages for tonight's Six of the Best in the Anagram, particularly, I'm sure. And as you can see, the list goes on and on. Dave Kidd is here. Oh, hello. Hope things are moving along nicely, David. I'll say nothing more than that. Also, Julie Jeffcutt's here. Hi, Julie. Tim and little Jane is here too. It's like gathering friends round. It really is like gathering friends round, for a cup of coffee, slice of cake if you're really lucky, or the best chocolate biscuits, and then just having sort of 90 minutes with you, and it's really, really nice, yeah. Carol Bees, I know I missed Carol, sorry. If Carol's there in my list, it's scrolling by pretty quick. But anyway, Carol, if you're out there in that list, which I think you are, no. Now then, in the programme tonight, we have part 2 of our endangered heritage of Leicestershire. We did half last week, we did the other half this week. I've got a couple of great little features for you, let alone the nosy at the end of the programme. Got a great couple of little features which I think you're really going to enjoy tonight, so that's good. And as you know, we do this every Sunday night. Whether we do it through the summer or not, it's a different thing, because you'll all be out down the pub, sitting out in pub gardens, I'm sure. I don't know. So we'll have to see how things work for that. Anyway, first of all, for the benefit of our new viewers, anybody new watching this evening, if you want to get hold of HDPP goodies, this is how you do it. And there you go. Now, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Yes, so every time we go live, you get a message saying, quick. And that's always a big help to us as well. And it all helps with the antibiotics to do with YouTube, I'm told. So please like and subscribe, particularly. And if you click the little bell at the side, that makes you subscribe, you see. So you like and tick the bell and they ding. We don't do the bells anymore. Why don't we do the bells anymore? No, we can't. Cutbacks. We can't do the bells anymore. Well, the tinging, apparently it got on people's nerves. Let's bring them back, shall we? No, okay. No, actually, because we're getting lots of likes, which is great. And the idea of hearing the bell was that, I haven't liked, But anyway, let's see how we go. Anyway, right, okay then. So, things coming up, as you probably know, that HDPP are doing. Our next social night... Oh, it's gone. Oh, my social night's gone. Well, I can tell you about it anyway. It should have been there. Look at that for a lovely blank. I must have deleted it, but I'll have to put it on later. Our social night and is with a great talker, a great speaker. Who is going to come and talk about King Richard III, and it's called From Villain to Hero. We're really looking forward to that. That's at our next social night. Now, please come along, otherwise I'll look very silly standing there introducing our guest speaker, to you all. But that's going to be, as I say, coming up, as you know, on the 20, I think it's off the top of my head. Is it 22nd? I think so. I haven't got the blooming notice in front of me now. And also, Dangerous Den's granddaughter Annabelle is also going to be talking that night in part 2 of the night after the raffle. And it's called Stupid Deaths. And a few of us have probably seen some of them, I don't know. But it's a light-hearted look at some of the sort of more humorous part of people coming to grief, if you like, I suppose. Anyway, I'm glad we've been treading water for a little while because we've been waiting for the crops to arrive. But they've arrived now. It's all right. They're in now. The crops are in. Usually September the crops are in. Clever little link there. Okay, now then, time for 6 of the best first before we do anything else. Now, before we go in there, remember, ladies and gentlemen, do not put your answers in the chat room because people nick them. Yeah, they do. And then they claim it for their own. Now, Clever Clogs John Denny, yeah, him that says he's doing a book. Yeah, him. Well, what it is, he's usually pretty clever with this sort of thing. We're going to see how he's going to do this week, though. Hope I can remember it too. But here we go with 6 of the best. So, settle down, relax for your Sunday evening, and see how many of these local questions, indeed, you can get right. Okay. But I'm already getting apologies from Kawabisi. I've cocked up for our next social. I've booked to see calendar goes with a WI. Oh no, are you? Well, I'm sorry, I can't be in charge of your diary, Carol. Another great one you shall miss is all I can say. Right, 6 of the best. Question number 1. It's a good one. Now, this is going to challenge John Denny. He's going to have to get the old maps out. Now, how many pubs have existed between Dodwell's Island, right, and Smockington Hollow? One of those numbers is correct. Now, read the question carefully because I am not going to be moved on this one. How many pubs have existed? It doesn't mean that they're necessarily there now, but have existed between the Dodwell's Island and Smockington Hollow. One of those is the correct answer. So even now, you're going off trying to find old maps. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, moving on to question number 2, our general knowledge. Right then. Compared to their body weight, what animal is the strongest? The dung beetle, the elephant, ant, or cow? I know the answer. That is your question 2 under the general knowledge heading. Question 3, true or false? Holland is a region of the Netherlands. Is it? Is that true? Is it false? Well, you'll have to have a guess and we'll find out. Once I can hear keyboards tapping. Google, play. Anyway, try and do it without the help of Google or Bing. Okay, so that's your question 3. Holland is a region in the Netherlands. Is that true? Is it false? Is it a load? Did I just make it up? I don't know. Good evening, David S., who has joined us this evening. Love to know you're here. Hope you're playing the quiz. Here we go. We guess the year. Now, what year? Oh, that's last year. Hey, that was... now, ignore number 4. That's last week's. It's not updated. We all know that. We all know that from last week. So, actually, it's 5 of the best this week. Ignore question 4. That is an old question. Obviously, it didn't save when I was doing these questions. Oh, well, don't you just love a little bit of live work? Let's go for where are we? That's easy. I can already hear some people saying, I know where that is. I know where that is. Well, don't shout it about. Don't shout it about. Yes, Jan Kirby's put the answer in for number 4 because we did it last week. Well done, Jan. There we go. Question number 5. Where am I? I know where I was did because I was did there whilst I did the picture is. But where is it? Okay. I think a lot of you will know that. It is pretty obvious, actually. It's not hidden away. It does sort of, jump out at you. Now then, Gary Betterley saying about question 4. Well, at least I could have got one right. Good evening, Gary. Glad you're with us this evening. Here's the anagram question. Tenable, toothlessly unbent. If only I could remember what it was. Anyway, there's your anagram. I've got to remember what it was now. Terrible for that. Tenable, toothlessly unbent. There you go. And if I remember right, it is a pub in a village, I think. Yeah, we're back to pubs, I think. I'll find my notes in a minute. I did scribble them down. Then I've cleaned up my desk and I think I threw my notes away. Oh dear, that'll give me something to work on in a minute, and we'll work on it together. Anyway, amongst all that, you should be. I think I've just remembered it. Actually, it's pretty well a pub in a village, not too far away from Hinckley. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've just remembered it. It's an age thing. I think. Oh, do you know? I think I'll remember that, and then you go, what was it? Let's go through it one more time then, before we have our first feature this evening. Question 1, how many pubs have existed between Dodwell's Island on the A5 and Smockington Hollow? One of them is the correct answer, and I will not be moved. Okay. Question 2, compared with their body weight, what animal is the strongest? A dung beetle, an elephant, ant, cow. One of them, which one of them is really the strongest? See if you can get that one right. Question number 3. Holland is a region in the Netherlands. Is that true? Is it false? Did I make it up? We'll find out in a bit. Question 4 you ignore, but I can tell you the answer is 74 anyway. Sorry about that. Question 5, where am I? And even now, some people going, oh yes, I know. Keep it to yourself. We'll be giving you the answer before the end of the programme. And number 6, tenable, toothlessly unbent. It's going to give you a village and a pub. Yeah. I will tell you now, obviously we're not in Hinckley for this one. It's one of the villages. And we're looking for a pub there because I usually do churches or pubs. It's usually a pub, so we've returned back to the pub today. There you go, that's your 6 of the best this evening. And like I say, we'll have all the answers and your scores by the end of the programme, okay? Now, let me give you a reminder also, before we have our feature this evening, our night with Joseph Barsby and the team at Sellers on Tuesday the 4th of April. The tickets are now available, they are going. If you're thinking of joining us, then don't leave it too long so we can allocate your free ticket, okay? But 1 or 2 people are saying, in fact, I've had a lady earlier on who messaged me and wanted to come and then realised, I'm doing a Carol Beasley, I'm going to the theatre. Well, what more? No, she should go somewhere else, actually. But there you go. So please, we arrange these things. I can't arrange around your I just have to pick a date and go with it. These are great, very informative, interesting evenings, and we try to do it at least once a year. And they always look after us. Lovely tea, coffee, biscuits. It really is a super evening and a full question and answer session all the way round. So there you go. So there we go. Now, I'm not aware of any members' birthdays this week. Normally, we have the HDPP singers along to come and sing. But I'm not aware of any birthdays. So there we go. And one person who is missing tonight appears to be Mr. Dangerous Den. I haven't seen him pipe up. I wonder if he's nodded off. Bless him. Having those dangerous dreams. Okay, right. I've got a great couple of little features for you coming up. Oh, yes, Anne, it was Friday. Well, Anne, that's good enough for me. Anne says it was my birthday Friday. Let's do a belated song for Anne, who is one of our regulars. Anne, all the best. Hope you had a lovely day. Here's the Birthday Boys.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
And Mark Foster and Anne Hunt and everybody else.
Happy birthday.
Anne said it was a scary one. She said it was a big O. So happy 10th birthday, Anne. I hope you had a lovely day. And Mark Foster from Foss 107, it was his birthday too. Yes, absolutely it was. Fantastic. And David Allen said, my sister's birthday tomorrow. She's 46. I'm sure she's glad you have told everybody. Absolutely there, David. Now then, okay then, let's do part 2 of our Heritage at Risk in Leicestershire. This is from last week, so we're going to do part 2. And then I've got a couple of great kid features for you this evening, which I know you really are going to love indeed. So with no further ado, I'm getting like Steve Picker. So with no further ado... Oh, now all the birthdays are coming in. Look at this. Jim Kirby on the 2nd. Yeah, you see, mine is tomorrow. David S., yours is tomorrow. Well, happy birthday to you all. It's great. HDPP, one big happy family. Look, they're having a party in there. You can see all the celebrations going on in the chat room. My word. Okay, then, so we're going to go the Heritage at Risk. I've got to go over here and then I've got to click the play button if I can, because it'll probably look a bit silly, but here we go.
Nothing to disturb the silence but the cries of the water birds and the sound of water lapping against the reed-fringed bank where the iris grows. But this heritage of Leicestershire is at risk. Heavy lorries pound down the village streets, shaking the buildings and disturbing the residents. And still the cry goes up for bigger and bigger monsters. The CPRE lobbies Parliament on the subject of the damage caused by heavy lorries. They must be kept to suitable roads. For example, lorries grind over this picturesque canal bridge at Mount Sorrel. How much longer can it continue to carry heavy loads like this? What can be done about this bridge? Maybe it is too small. Maybe it is a hindrance. But do we want it torn down to be replaced by something drearily functional? Like this? Can't the old sometimes be left to survive alongside the new, even if it costs a little more? The intelligent and thoughtful road diversion in Anstey has ensured that this wonderful old pack-horse bridge can remain into another generation, a durable monument to a more leisurely age. Then there are the railways of Leicestershire. The country stations, now desolate, are just left to decay. Here is the station at Ashby Magna, a disgraceful example of vandalism. The line, the old Great Central, the last main line to be built in Britain, was closed in 1969. A year later, this depressing heap of debris and broken glass stands as a sad monument to the railway system which served Leicestershire so well. One of the first railway lines to be closed was in East Leicestershire. How strange to think that this lovely cutting near Thorpe Satchville was dug only 100 years ago. What will happen to it? Will it be filled with rubbish, or will it become, perhaps by accident, a nature reserve of the future? Who cares? Certainly not British Rail, but the CPRE does. We dump garbage in the streams and desecrate our beauty spots with waste. All over the fair county, rubbish tips erupt like festering sores. We pockmark the county with quarries, gravel pits and slag heaps. Yawning holes and monstrous mounds seem permanent features of our landscape. When will we restore this derelict land? Can't we decently conceal gravel works like this with a screen of trees and bushes? have to live with electric pylons, those pillars trailing black wire across the Leicestershire countryside. But do we really have to put up with this in a village? The CPRE is active in encouraging such undertakings as that of the Electricity Board to place their cables underground. And do picnickers ever stop to wonder why so many places of interest and beauty are closed to them? After a sunny afternoon in the country, they give little thought to the consequences of their actions. Gates are left open, walls and fences are damaged, and it's surprising that people who should know better leave litter behind. If we want to take advantage of the countryside, we must be prepared to look after it. And this is something we can all do. If we go on a picnic, let's make sure that all the litter is not left to blow about, but picked up, put into a basket or bag, and taken home. Often in the past, careful thought was given to the placing of buildings. This quiet corner of Loughborough has preserved its character for a long time, though perhaps more by good luck than judgment. How easy it is to ruin such a composition. Architectural styles in other parts of the town jostle one another in jarring disharmony. Societies such as the CPRE have constantly urged legislation for better town planning. Thoughtless additions to old houses can ruin their charm and character. Here is the elegant front of the house of Hugo Meynell, founder of the Corn Hunt. It has been spoilt by this red brick extension at the back. Removal of hedgerows for prairie farming creates long-term problems of soil erosion, a problem of some concern to the CPRE. Will the farmer's balance sheet always show today's profit, or will tomorrow tell a different story? The tall trees of the woods canopy their heads with green and carpet their feet with moss, and the beauty of the woodland is a great asset to the county. But our woods are shrinking, and as the trees fall to the woodman's saw, so go the lives and homes of animals, birds, plants, and insects. And as the trees disappear, so the concrete encroaches. Ponder for a moment on the fact that several thousand trees once stood where this jet aircraft prepares to take off at the East Midlands Airport. This is part of the price the county has to pay for progress. Replanting trees elsewhere to maintain the woodland is a vital necessity. It doesn't cost much to replant in spare corners and along the new roads. These saplings on the rebuilt fossway will eventually grow into trees that will add character and shade. To protect and improve your environment, the CPRE asks for your help, and you can help by joining us. By joining the Leicestershire Trust for Nature Conservation. By joining the Leicestershire Wildfowlers. We're on the side of Rollston Lake, where the wildfowlers are releasing mallard that have been reared in captivity to help maintain the wild duck population. The duck are carefully ringed for subsequent identification. Our countryside is made up of water, land, and buildings. Let's hesitate before we destroy or allow to be destroyed the work of our forebears. It's often possible in the restoration of old buildings to adapt them for modern use. Rothley Grange, an old house, is now the offices of Barrow-on-Soar Rural District Council. The Crescent in King Street, Leicester, recently threatened with demolition, is now restored. Behind the handsome facade are suites of modern offices. The 14th century Guildhall in the city is also well preserved, a fine example of sensitive conservation. A new road development, also in Leicester, leaves the Newark Gateway, dating back to Norman times, unharmed through good sense and proper planning. At Foxton, where 10 locks lift the Grand Union Canal 75 feet, the CPRE is at present reclaiming the inclined plane at the side of the locks and building an observation platform. Personal effort and vigilance could enable many other interesting buildings and remains of our industrial heritage to survive. Here is a fine old windmill near Shepshed, incorporated into a tasteful modern house. At Waltham-on-the-Wolds, another windmill over 100 years old has been bought and lovingly restored by Chris and Gay Greensides, working at weekends. 5 years ago, it was a derelict wreck with battered roof timbers rendered useless with age. It's now a comfortable and interesting place in which to live. Waltham is one of the most delightful villages in Leicestershire. It's beautifully kept by the residents. One way in which the character of Leicestershire is being preserved is by encouraging villagers to look after their villages. The Leicester Advertiser makes an annual award for the best kept village. Waltham has won this plaque twice. The future of the countryside lies in the hands of authorities such as the County Council. Their concern for the county is as strong as ours. Milton Wilkinson, the planning officer on the left, and assistants such as Bob Gilson, who is responsible for countryside matters, are seen here with the CPRE branch chairman in the centre of the group. They spend their lives working to improve our environment. Buildings like County Hall, Glenfield, reflect the best in new buildings. But what about our new building generally? Modern factories are essential, but the sprawling buildings are not very attractive. Across yesterday's fields march the endless rows of houses we build today. These vast housing developments continue to swallow up the land. But if we're to have better housing standards, we have to pay the price, and part of that price is the sacrifice of our land. To save using the precious land, we can build high into the sky, dwarfing the towers and steeples of our churches. These are the symbols of a new age to lament or to praise. Like this tower block of Loughborough University. There was much controversy and protest when it was built. New schools like this one replaced the old, bold in concept, revolutionary in their teaching methods. But the heritage of these young people is as old as time itself, the hills, the woods, the valleys, and the streams. And today, they all stand at risk.
Come, take my hand, and let us wander where the birds will sing the fonder, where the insects dart and creep, where the brackens ankle deep. Rustling trees their shadows fall along the ancient stone-built wall.
What a lovely film. We've shown it a few times actually over the few couple of years we've been doing the live stream, and it's a good one, isn't it? It's just lovely. It's just a different time, and I think we could appreciate it even more now. And I know a lot of people have enjoyed watching that film either for the first time, but indeed for it's probably been 2 or 3 times we've screened it. There you go. Hope you enjoyed that. And of course, it was back to a totally different time, which is sadly, the world's moved on. It's all different, isn't it? Yeah, and I agree about the county council building. It's a bit, isn't it? Typical of the time, but typical of the time, I would say. Okay, so how's things going? How are you doing with 6 of the best? Already the anagram went early tonight. Yeah. So there we go. Let's just see, before we do that, let's just have a look at some of the lovely comments coming in. David Allen said, I love this film. And Kath Denny said, lovely film. Jan Kirby, lovely and nostalgic. That's what we're all about here on HDPP. Jane Brown said, I really enjoyed that. Thank you. You see, and it's nice to see them again after a while. You know, you get a bit fed up with it every week, but to see how they've torn the railways up in the 1960s, and now is we should what? Oh, can I get on my soap? Yeah, she said, yeah, just quickly. All I should say is, when they tore the railway up, the railways up, they should have made a bylaw that said you were not allowed to build on the track bed, right, or sell parts of the track bed. So should it need to be brought back into operation, it could happen. That's all I should say. Get back down. Anyway, Gary Betterley says, I've got number 4. You would have. Let's do 6 of the best. And we've got a great kids feature coming up in just a minute. Let's just go through very quickly. 6 of the best. Here we go. And question 1. How many pubs have existed between Dodwell's Island and Smockington Hollow? One of them is the correct answer. It seems incredible, but it's true. Question number 2. Compared to their body weight, what animal is the strongest? Dung beetle, elephant, ant, cow. One of them is a super person, trust me. True or false, Holland is a region in the Netherlands. Is that true? Is it false? Did I make it up? Guess the year. We're not doing that one this week. That's from last week. We were making it see if you actually paid attention. We thought we'd recycle one. Where am I? Hopefully, a lot of people say, I hope you get this, because this is quite blatantly obvious to me. So where am I? We'll find the answer out for that before the end of the programme. And there you go with the Haniogram. Tenable, toothlessly unbent. We're looking for a village and a pub. They're always the best anagrams every time. There you go. And we'll give you once again the answer to that a little bit later on. Right, okay then. Now, as I'm sat here sitting, I got thinking about things we used to do when we were kids and stuff. So here's a couple of things. We've got something for the boys, something for the girls. I think you're going to like this first. Firstly, I'm a 70s lad. Okay, I was born late 50s, but my decade... Yeah, I know I look so much older. I love the 1970s, mainly because obviously you was at the time, you were into your teens, you were growing up and having a lot of fun. So I'm going to take you on a nostalgia trip now, right the way back to the sort of, the lovely chocolate we used to get. Look at this. Remember these fantastic, legendary chocolate bars. Have you seen your favourite yet? I've seen several. That set a few people off. They want chocolate. Give me chocolate, they say. Kath Denny wants chocolate. Yorkie, remember Yorkie? A Lion Bar. Now this is a Snickers. Old Jamaica. Some of these I'd forgot, but it's great to see them again. Of course, some of them are still with us. But what happened to some of these wonderful bars? Does make you wonder, doesn't it? And as Daniel Coburn says, check out the prices. Absolutely. Just another 20 seconds of memories of chocolate bars. Oh! There they all are, in one big happy family. Oh, wow. Isn't that good? You know, and I'd forgot a lot. Yeah. Oh, wow. Brilliant. Absolutely. You find these things on YouTube. They're always great. And I always like to bring them to you. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I used to... I didn't even got a Swish kit there. Did you see the Swish kit? I used to love a Swish kit. Can't get them now. I used to love them. Mind you, that was back in the day. I mean, once again, the Cabana. Remember Cabana? Saying the Aztec bar. All that. Brilliant. We don't it have the same sort now, or you think you're getting the same thing, but it's all altered. They mess about with them. Yeah, they mess about with them. Anyway, Queen Bee's got the anagram, so everybody's okay now. Jan Kirby said, love a crunchy, yeah. Love Rolos and fries. I thought jump up. No, I better not. I'll get in trouble for that. I'm not going to do that. Yes, John Denny, who risked it for a Swish kit. Absolutely. Fantastic memories there. Old Jamaican Caramac. Yeah, all our favourite. Yeah, the Rolo. Really, the Rolos are good. But when Joan said, I love Rolos and fries, I thought she was going to go somewhere else with it. Sorry. My silly mind. Okay then, so that was that. Now what about this, another vintage bit we've got for you now? You see even Queen Bee is now craving chocolate. You see, I've just put the shares of chocolate up for lots of people there. And it's just great. The original fruit and nuts. Because I think Cadbury's chocolate's changed. It's not what it was. And my granddaughter, bless her, this weekend has really got into Galaxy. But however, that's another. Jan Kirby, don't be rude, Paul. I won't. I'm not going to say it because it's no, missus, no. Right, something now, ladies, you're going to love this. This is going to bring out some great memories for you. And probably as guys that used to stand watching you in the playground when you were skipping, and some of these great skipping songs and skipping routines. Have a look at this.
Easy, ivy, over, blue bell, cockle shell, easy, ivy, over.
All you need to get the girls, never mind the weather good. When they call your birthday, please run in. January, February, March, April, May. Teddy bear, go upstairs. Teddy bear, say your prayers. Teddy bear, switch off the lights. Teddy bear, say good night.
One, two, three, O'Leary, 4, 5, 6, O'Leary, 7, 8, 9, O'Leary, 10, O'Leary, over. 1, 2, 3, O'Leary, 4, 5, 6, O'Leary, 7, 8, 9, O'Leary, 10, O'Leary, over.
Plainsy, clapsy, twirl the wheel to backsy. First your heel and then your knee, then your toe and under you go. Plainsy, clapsy, twirl the wheel to backsy. First your heel and then your knee, then your toe and under you go. Plain Z, clap C, twirl the wheel to back C. First your heel, then your knee, then your toe and under you go. Plain Z, clap C, twirl the wheel to back C. First your heel, then your knee, then your toe and under you go.
The captain said it would never, never do. Never, never do. Never, never do. The captain said it would never, never do. On the last day of September, the big ship sailed on the alley-alley-oo. The alley-alley-oo. The alley-alley-oo. The big ship sailed on the alley-alley-oo. On the last day of September, the captain said it would never, never do. Never, never do. Never, never do. The captain said it would never, never do. On the last day of September. Shoot! Bang! Fire!
You see, and that was a common sight. Girls singing, skipping, and doing all that sort. Remember it so well. And of course, got two sisters, and of course they'd be outside doing all that sort of thing. Of course, and the same at school. And the skipping was a massive thing, and a lot of your memories being recalled here. In fact, Carol Beasley said, "Oh, I wish I could skip now. I wish I could. I'll just make an ash of it. I can do it, but not as nimble as I used to be able to do it, light, if you're sort of, pardon the pun, if you're a bit light on your feet and stuff, you could really do it. Great rhythm. Carol says, I'm feeling really old watching this. No, listen, it's happy childhood memories. The endorphins that are released from your brain into your physical self makes you feel better anyway, doesn't it? Absolutely. And that's a good word, endorphins, on a Sunday night from me. But the happy memories, and wouldn't it be nice if the children of today, could it be, let's say, introduced to that, because it was great fun, good innocent fun. The girls had come to school with the skipping ropes, remember, with the two handles, wrapped it together, and they'd have I can remember so many, that sort of thing. And of course, they'd take it in turns, or sometimes you'd have a great big long skipping rope, and about 20 of you all trying to skip at the same time. But I used to like the participating ones where, there were one person skipping, and then you got a chorus line all round, and then each one of you at the appropriate time was asked to jump in, do so many things, and then jump out, and so on. Happy times with a bit of rope. Today, they're not happy unless they've got probably one of these things in their hand. Now, who's to blame for that? Maybe it's us that's to blame for that. It's a shame, but we lament. We lament about these things. And we're on about elastics was a good game. We actually, Jan, we knew that. We used to call it Chinese skipping now, but it's the same thing. Basically, a long piece of elastic. Took two of you to put the elastic around the back of your ankles and stand so far apart so you've got two strands of elastic, and then the third person would jump on the elastic, and I can still remember some of that actually. Can you remember doing the catapult on it? Ding! You still love doing that. And of course, and then you would slowly pick them up higher and higher. So you started at 1s, 2s, 3s, and so on until at the end you're practically up to your hips. And then but the idea was you had to trap each elastic strand appropriately. Happy day. Maybe we ought to do that on a social night. Bring your skipping ropes, girls. Bring your elastic. Maybe we could do something. That'd be fun, wouldn't it, eh? See if you could do it still. I think that's brilliant, yeah. They'd be the big ship sailed down the alley, by the alley Manchester Ship Canal. But we know that all those songs that we used to sing, and some of the skipping songs to say were certainly some were very educational too. It's great to recall happy memories here on HDPP. But wouldn't it be funny? I mean, maybe it's something we could do one night, is bring a couple of skipping ropes to the social night, and then all just have a little go. Just a minute. Somebody's saying something about health and safety now. Get away. We're adults. allegedly. But wouldn't it be good to, just be gentle? We're not going about going mad, but I think the Chinese, well, what I call the Chinese skipping or elastics, that'd be nice and easy to do. That's just a bit of a thought there. Yes. But Carol says, I refuse to tuck my skirt into my knickers. Carol would come on with that. Brilliant. Okay. But maybe a game, seriously, maybe a games night, we could probably have a little bit of skipping and stuff, and we'll probably have a play your cards, right? So we could all have a bit of fun. Maybe this is something we can do in the coming month. If you're not all off to the theatre to watch Calendar Girls, that is, of course. Yeah. How long have we been doing our social? Now look, I'm sorry, ladies. It's unforgivable. Alan Crop. Have a rattle of dummies. We could do a rattle of dummies. We could bring the Kaplunk, or we could bring the Jenga. Just have one of them nights, rather than, where we have the films and stuff. A night and where we're going to have a games night. Now, we haven't got time for such things as probably as Monopoly and stuff, although your thoughts would be very much appreciated on an idea. If we were creating a Monopoly version, a Hinckley version of Monopoly, think of some of the places you could use. And I think one of the things could be the hansom cab, going round the board, building houses, Castle Street, Burbage Common. Oh, don't get controversial. But do you know what I mean? So them sort of things, Hollycroft Park. So you could have the parks. We could have the parks. Just a few things. Well, we could have a Triumph motorbike, and there's some mileage in that, and that's just come to me. It's amazed me. So let's think of a Hinckley version of Monopoly, and then we could probably design it. We'll have a bit of a laugh. Brilliant. Anyway, but Carol Beasley says, a great idea. Games night sounds good. Yes, but I need to know your theatre dates, Carol. Oh, that hurt. Right, okay. Going to move on. We've got a nosy coming up now, because now our Steve, he's actually Paul Glover says, look, go to jail, the police station. Between the hours of what? You could be wicked on this, couldn't you? You could be wicked on this Monopoly Hinckley version. We're going to have to give it some thought. Carol, don't apologise. She's off to the theatre. Let her go. Oh, Carol, it's going to be a shame. You're going to miss a great chat that night. And the Crops and Steph. She hasn't dared tell us yet. There you go. Anyway, look, I jest. Steve Picker been out doing some noses, and the good thing about the noses is he is actually a couple of ahead of us, so we're still catching up. But a great little nose he's got here at Ratby. I ain't been to Ratby for a long time. In fact, I think one of the last times I went to Ratby, it was in the 70s. Is Ratby still there? I think it is. Well, it must have been. Right. Okay. Let us see then. So, with a nosy this week with Steve, off to Ratby. Let's see where he's nosying off to.
Hello, hey up and hey diddling, my name is Steve, and once again it's a great big warm welcome from myself to Let's Explore. Right then, back by popular demand, we've got everybody's favourite tribal elder, Mr. Delighted Dave himself. Hello David.
Good afternoon everybody.
How we're diddling. Then behind our David, we've got the pissed up priest. And how are you, Stephen? And those of you that don't need to go to Specsavers, you will have noticed something. You will be saying right now, yeah, but Steve, sandwiched in between Delighted Dave and everybody's favourite pissed up priest, we've got someone else who we've never seen before. Well, this is Amazing Adam. Now, why is Adam amazing? Well, I'm going to let him tell you why he's amazing. Why are you amazing, Adam?
list too long to list.
Well, it is. Well, he's brought a survival bag with him. Now, the best bit of it is we're only in Ratby, in Leicestershire, not Ratby in Ohio or somewhere like that. He's got all the gear, but has he got any idea? Well, I hope so. Anyway, we'd stop talking like an arsehole for a minute. Now, basically, this chap here, Adam, me and him go back 34 years. I used to go primary school with Adam, and we used to play on the old Nintendo and what have you. And stuff like that, you know how it is when we both went to Ellistown Primary School. Bloody hell, it's making me feel old, all this reminiscing. And I ain't spoke to him face to face for about 20 years. The last time I seen him, yeah, his phone weren't ringing then either. But yeah, well, in fact, last time we spoke, we didn't even have mobile phones.
No.
But yeah, last time I seen him, he actually gate crashed my cousin's 18th birthday party. There you go, you heard it here first.
You're not going away with this. These two guys have just been talking of how they tried to build a time machine out of a petrol pump that was powered by clay.
Well, yeah.
What sort of school did you pair go to?
And the three-legged goat as well.
Yeah,
the three-legged goat. Well, yeah, you heard it here first. Anyway, Adam, right, so we're in Ratby. We're on the outskirts of Ratby. But why are we here? Why are we at Ratby?
We've come to looking for some surface-to-air missiles.
In Ratby? Alrighty then, so what I just want to point out just before we get into the nitty-gritty of today's video is that when me and Adam were indeed designing and building his own time machines, you heard it here first, you know, we were indeed only around about 6 or 7 years old. This weren't a recent venture, you know. It weren't something we did up until a few years back. We were only little kids at the time using as wild imaginations, do you know what I mean? And your next question's going to be, well, why were you using clay, Steve, to fire them up? Well, you know, we didn't have a flux capacitor or the 0.21 gigawatts or the means to power 0.21 gigawatts to actually, you know, power it up. Do you know what I mean? It was on its arse from day one, to be honest with you, this idea. Anyway, I digress. So I've not spoken to Adam face to face since I was 17 years old, like I said earlier, when he did indeed gate crash with his mate, my cousin's 18th birthday party at the old Fox and Goose in Colville. And but we have been in touch for many years on social media. And the other week he got in touch with me and he says, Steve, we've got to go for a nosy at this, look. And he sent me this image that you're looking at now, courtesy of Google Earth. And it does indeed look like 5, you know, missiles or bombs or something like that in the middle of the woods on the outskirts of Ratby in Leicestershire. And if I'm being totally honest with you folks, I know nothing about this kind of thing, you know. Out to do with aviation or the military and, you know, missiles and stuff like that. I ain't got a Scooby-Doo, to be honest. It's not my area, let's put it like that. Although I do love to come across things like this, and I'll be honest with you, had I been scouring Google Earth in that area myself and come across this from above, I would have thought myself these look like missiles or bombs, so I haven't got a clue. But it's come to light after Dave uploaded them onto his social media, on his Dave Cap photography page on Facebook. You know, there was a few people saying these ain't missiles or out like that. These are fuel tanks for jet fighters and what have you. So I've not actually looked this up myself, but I'm just going to go with that because it does make sense. You know, I don't think you'd probably have decommissioned missiles or bombs or out like that in the middle of the woods, would you? I don't know. You know, you probably know better than me. But what this video was, it was a right laugh when we were out, and we almost got caught in the crossfire because it turns out, you know, I thought that this paintballing place in Ratby was actually closed till June. Now that might have meant June last year. They might not have updated their website, which I had a look at. But we got there and there was something going on. Now this is a really big piece of woodland, and these missiles that you're looking at, these fuel tanks that you're looking at, are indeed on the southern boundary of the site, and all the paintballing was going off in the north. Anyway, we got lucky, so let's go for a nosy. It was a laugh if nothing else. Come on, let's do it. Anyway, Adam, I'm glad I've come across you again, mate.
What's that, mate?
Well, I've just fell out with one of my other mates, you know. Yeah, pissed me off yesterday, big time. Well, long story short, he nicked my calculator.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm a bit pissed off about it, to be honest with you. Now, he's adamant he ain't had it. He says, Steve, I'm telling you, I ain't had your sodding calculator. What do I want your calculator for? Well, like I said to him, I says, well, the thing is, Tony, something don't add up, mate. I'm telling you. Of course he has to laugh.
What's leather? It sounds like a sneeze.
Go on.
That's you.
That could be it. We need to go that way.
Hold on. Well, we've got cars through there. You can just see white, look.
You reckon that's what the white is?
Yeah, I don't know.
That could be the plastic they lay on the floor in certain crops.
Crops?
Yeah, I think that's definitely a van or something. We'll be outside then now, Steve.
I don't know. What's that saying there?
We're facing that way, look. We're walking that way.
Right, so we need to go right. Well, I tell you what, let's get on that path on that edge line and go right then. I reckon. I can hear something going off in there.
Yeah, I can.
Sure they ain't got a paintballing dealio going on. Surely these missiles have got... Oh, where? What, straight to it?
Yeah, ready straight to it.
Oh, where? Bloody Indiana Jones in it, yet again. Right. Now, those white things are actually the things that we're actually looking for. Cruise missiles, according to my mate down here, who's got his survival pack on. Yeah, in Ratbear. You heard it here first. Another first for the channel.
The military mega.
Yeah. Oh, hey, oh. Whittick's very own answer to Bear Grylls. Yeah. Nice to have you along though, mate. Yeah, we won't leave it 20, eh? Hay bales? What? Nah, surely we're not going to go through all this shit for a load of hay bales. Right, so I like to think we keep it. I like to keep it a bit fresh on this channel. But I've never been for a nosy before and come across a load of cruise missiles in the woods. Look at that. So you've seen them from above, didn't you? That's the image that Adam pretty much sent me. What's going on? Yeah. Oh, tell you what, Dave. I know we do. Well, here you are, ladies and gentlemen. So these do look like the real McCoy. And if it wasn't for amazing Adam, I'd been on the wiser. I wouldn't know these were here, to be honest. What you got now, Adam?
Just priming this one, ready.
Hey?
Putting the wine back in this one. Ready.
Do you know what? I think the last time I had much to do with you, I got in trouble. So although these have been decommissioned, you have still got some kind of workings in them, look. See what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, this is a paintballing place. I thought it would be. It just seemed a bit odd to have these in the woods on the road. I mean, it ain't like something you get out of the Colville Times, is it? Interesting though, isn't it, mate?
Yeah. Definitely part of the paintballing place, isn't it?
Yeah, it is paintballing place, isn't it? Well, like I say, I've been on their website and it don't open up again till June, I think it said. Just look at that. Amazing. Don't start banging them about, for God's sake, just in case. Yeah, if he goes flying off.
They're getting closer.
Steve reckons he can hear paintballs going off. But I can hear people. I can hear people up there. This is the boundary of the site down here. You reckon, Dave? I bet you can hear that shouting, can't you? I thought it were like a football game going off somewhere, but that's paintballing, Dave, that is. I don't want to get shot with a paintball. Hey there. I can hear loads of rustling up there. We're like great big bloody kids, ain't we? Yeah, eh? I think I've just seen someone.
We've got to get out of here.
He's having his photo took. They're getting closer. Look, I just heard a bang, for God's sake. This ain't for show, by the way. There's a reason I ain't seen him for 20 years. Bless him. It's nice to have you out and about, Adam. We've been talking about it for a long time, haven't we?
We finally got there, didn't we?
Well, yeah, in the end. Yeah, about to get shot, but it don't matter. What you doing now? I'm meant to be going.
One of these things.
Why?
It goes off.
Well, we don't want it to go off, you arsehole, do we?
You seen it? You heard it here first.
No, don't. Shh. ticking.
Steve, it's ticking.
You head.
Quick,
Yeah, but what do you reckon though, Dave?
I think it's shit.
Right, well, unfortunately, that concludes today's little video. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a laugh. It's been great to see my old buddy again from primary school. Like I say, the last time I spoke to him face to face was about 21 years ago when he gate crashed my cousin's 18th birthday, him and his mate. So yeah, it's been good to see him again. Was a bit surprised when he got up, because his bag's everywhere. Show him that bag. There's some... That's heavy. That's really heavy.
The bags were lighter when they were going across the desert in the Gulf War.
Well, yeah, I reckon that's where he's just come from, to be honest with you. But yeah, amazing. What a thing to find in the middle of the woods, you know what I mean? Anyway, it's a big goodbye from everybody's favourite tribal elder delighted,
Goodbye.
Dave. You enjoyed that, didn't you?
Yeah, we're still alive as well.
Yeah, still alive. And everybody's favourite man of the cloth,
Arsehole.
Mr. Steve Vargas, aka the pissed up priest, aka the walkabout rat. Was it?
What's it?
I answer to anything.
You heard it here first. Right, shall we go? Where are we going now?
I don't know, but we better get out of here. That's getting closer.
Yeah, it is. Right.
I can't believe we found some missiles in the middle of a wood in Leicestershire.
I don't really want to end the video. It don't feel like right ending it at the minute.
What do you want to go back and have a taste?
It's like This Is Your Life, isn't it, with him turning up? Michael Aspel.
87, picture me and Stephen in the sandpit digging for clay.
Just in your pants?
Yeah.
Steve would be in the back.
That sounds like a good idea.
Well, you going to have one before tonight?
Right, ready to edit?
No. Oh yeah, we're going out tonight, aren't we?
Yeah.
I've got to go. Enough talking like a load of arseholes. Bye.
Oh dear, isn't it? You know that, and the swear box does so well. Yep, we don't half have a. I have to keep marking. I've got a tick list of all the words he's used, and we have to. Gonna have to charge him for that one. Gonna have to charge him for that. But I don't think Steve is with us tonight. But it still counts. Thanks, Steve. Actually, that was interesting. You know, to think, yeah, in the woods in Leicestershire, you must be pulling me blanca, but no, it's true. So anyway, there we go. Hope you enjoyed that one. A different sort of nosy in that respect, and of course we've still got a couple more to do in the coming weeks. And I know that Steve's got quite a few ones planned. So nice one, Steve. If you're watching this a little bit later on, catch up. Silly devils. Look, not silly. You've got daft blonkers, little beggars. Yeah, absolutely. So there we go. Now then, it's now time for 6 of the best. Now, as always, as we go through each question, I'll ask you to answer it, and we'll see who gets what right. Now, don't give me the answer before we've got to the questioning. You know what I mean? Yeah. So please, that confuses things. So, with no further ado, you heard it here first. With no further ado, so I'm working on my Mr. Nosy impressions, because he always says, with no further ado, and he always says, you heard it here first. They're just the first classic ones. Right, let's go. 6 of the best. It is. Here we go then. So, we hope you've done very, very well with our questions this evening. And we taxed you with the local knowledge. Now then, I was asking, how many pubs have existed between Dodwell's Island and Smockington Hollow? Is it 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 pubs? One of them is the correct answer. Right, so before I reveal how many, the correct answer and the names which I'm going to put in, John Denny has gone for 5. David Allen gone to 4. John Kirby 5. Ian Roberts 7. Okay, let's see. It's all quiet on there. Depends on which way you go. Behave yourself, Jeff. Carol Beasley 4. Okay, this is that smooth voice I'm using now. Anyway, I'm going to read them to you now. Okay. The actual answer, believe it or not, is 6, and nobody's put 6. And let me tell you what they were. Number 1, the Harrow. Number 2, the Plough Stroke Lime Kilns. Number 3, Hinckley Night. Number 4, Three Pots. Number 5, the Red Lion, which was at the top of Smockington Hollow. And number 6, the Greyhound at the bottom of Smockington Hollow. So there you go. Yep. Now then, that is, you see, there you go. Oh, look, I like how covers it. But there you go. They are all the ones. So the answer is 6. And that is referenced on old maps, clearly marked. You just need to sit and count them up. Trust me. So there you go. So we've got the Harrow, the Plough Stroke Lime Kilns, because the lime kilns used to be the plough. The Hinckley Night, Three Pots. The Red Lion, which was at the top of Smockington Hollow, and the Greyhound was at the bottom of Smockington Hollow. And of course, you've got to remember, not that we were about in the times, but of course these were also coaching inns as well, because the A5, Watling Street, it was the super highway. Yeah, there you go. John Denny, I thought there was one out the hollow, didn't know there were 2. No, one was at the top of the holler and one was at the bottom of the holler. Okay, let's move on. Well done. Anyway, so the correct answer was 6, so no one's going to get them all tonight. Okay, we move on. General knowledge. Compared to their body weight, which animal is the strongest? Is it the dung beetle? Is it the elephant? Is it an ant or is it a cow? Put your answers in the chat room now, and we can have a nose there, and let's see what we get. Jan Kirby is the first one through. She's put ant. No, it's not an ant. John Denny, ant. David, no, ant. No. It wasn't ant indeed. It was, of course, the dung beetle. Carol, I'll give you that. You just got in time. And Jane Brown, dung beetle. Yes, exactly. No, Paul, don't say that. Anyway, it's the dung beetle. Okay. Well done for you who's got the dung beetle. Yeah, they're all coming in now. Well done. That's the correct answer for number 2. Now then, true or false? Holland is a region in the Netherlands. Is that true? Or is it false? Hey, what? Let's see. Who's going to say that? Yeah. Now then. So Holland is a region in the Netherlands. Let's see what people are going for. Jane says true. Jan says false. Let's see. John Denny, true. Do we have another one? David Allen, true. Yeah, it's true. Yes, it's actually true. Holland is a region in the Netherlands. It's true. I tell you. Well done if you've got that one right. We all know question 4 because it was from last week. So where am I? Where am I? I'm pretty sure you know. Here we go. Put your answers in now if you know where we are. Where are we? Where are we in this picture? I know that people are going to get this right because it's sort of very iconic. Play. Jane Brown, no idea. Okay, Jane, at least you're being honest, but you're going to know it, I guarantee. David Allen, Station Road. No, David, it's not Station Road. Yes, John Denny's there. John Denny's there across from the church in Burbage. Well, he's right. Yes, he is right. Cedar Lawns, indeed it is, Kevin Beasley. And if you still don't know where I am, let me show you here. There we are, look. I'm the side of Cedar Lawns on the corner of Grove Road, look, in Burbage. Yep, there we go. So if you're anywhere else, you'd be wrong. This is where we were. I just happened to be close by the other day, so I snapped that for the exact same reason of 6 of the best. There we go. So we're in Burbage. Okay then, over we go now to the anagram and Tenable Toothlessly Unbent. Let's see how we did. We said we're looking for a village and a pub. And quite a few had got it right. So well done. Put your answer in now. That's what we're waiting for. And then we can tell you who was right. And I'm sure think there should be quite a few that's got it right. I know that Jeff said he got it, and John Denny, of course. Yes, it is indeed the Bluebell, Stony Stanton. So says John Denny, so says Jeff Wallace. Absolutely, the Bluebell, Stony Stanton. Oh, it's great to get back on the pubs and the villages, isn't it? You know, it's the closest we get to one on a Sunday. Well done indeed. Now it's time for you to send your scores on the doors, Miss Ford. There we go. Yep, there we have it. Right. 2 for me, says Carol Beasley. And still some of the Bluebell coming in. Well done for those who got the Bluebell for the anagram. Alan Crop says Marie 1, Alan 2 ashamed to tell. Kevin Beasley, only 3 tonight. David Allen, 1 for me. 3 for Elaine. Another one there. Jan said, at least I tried. We know you tried. Well done, Jan. Well done. Jeff, 3 out of 5. That's good for you, Jeff. Well done. Daniel Coburn, 2 for me. Paul Glover, 4 for me tonight. Well done, Paul. We knew nobody was ever going to get 6 tonight because, one, we had a duff question from last week, so we couldn't count that. So, as I say, if you've got 5, then you've done well. That means you would have got, and no one could have got 5 tonight as such, because no one could have got 5 out of 5 because nobody got their first question right tonight. But there you go. But well done. Well done. Brilliant indeed. We've had another good night. And like I say, and I will put this out there, for you lot that are abandoning us to go to watch Calendar Girls at the Concordia Theatre, it'll be a great show. I know it's bound to be a great show. Send your menfolk along, those of you that can. I'm talking about the Crops and I'm talking about the Kerbers. I don't know if you're all going, send your menfolk to us because we need them. It's going to be a great night to talk about King Richard III, as I say, villain to hero. And then I think come April, maybe we ought to do our games night. It's a thought, either April or May. We'll see which way it works out. Do our game nights there. Bring your skipping ropes and bring your clackers. Anybody still got any clackers? Yeah, remember the 2 balls on a string? It's true, yes, missus. 2 balls on a string. And I used to make them. And any other games, kids' games and stuff we could probably do. That'd be good. I think that'd be good. Carol, stop it. Anyway, but no, that'll be great. So I think we might do that very, very soon. Yeah, Knobs and you, Jan Kirby and Hunt. Give me plenty of notice so I can come, please. And well, I will let you know. The earliest we could do it is April, but probably May. So I'll just see how things go because I try. You see, I work all these hours to try and bring you something exciting for the social nights. And what do? They go to the theatre. I can't win. I'm reading. This is great. Okay, well done. Well done, Jane. And so I've loved it again tonight. Thank you so much. And Steve. So there we go. So we'll try and get a game tonight sorted. Have a think about Monopoly, a Hinckley version. I think we'll have to get something going there. Who knows? Anyway, that's it from me. Thanks for joining me on this Sunday night, and I hope I haven't bored you too long. And, bring your marbles if you don't lose them. That's a good idea. We can have a game of Marley's too. We can have the dominoes, card games, and we can do all that. That's easily done. Yeah, good. We could probably try belly flopping off the stage if you want. I don't know. But we'll see what we can do. Anyway, enough from me. And I'll see you, hopefully, unless you're going to be at the theatre, next Sunday night here on Hinckley District Past and Present. Remember to keep it live, to keep it HDPP. Good night. Oh, hello. Oh, he's been a naughty boy tonight, he has. It's been great. I've really enjoyed tonight. It's been really good fun. And, of course, for the benefit of those that don't know, this is the part of the programme, the podcast, we don't talk about this bit. We have a few dad jokes, and a few people know to come back and say, oh, hello, like Kath Denny's here. And they like to hear one or two dad jokes at the end of the programme. So we like to send you to bed with a little chortle, little laugh, or groan, as the case may be, because the standard of some of these might probably be very groanful. But hopefully you'll enjoy this. It says here on my auto cue, you'll enjoy this. Auto cue. You ought to seen us last night, by the way. We had a family party. Took over the ground last night. And I mean, we took over the ground last night. I didn't mean it lightly. Took over the ground last night. Great to have all the family together. Super night. And as we say in Panto, we'll have to do it again then, shan't we? Now, on with it. Time for a few dad jokes. Here we go then. Dad was fired from his job at the frozen juice factory. He just couldn't concentrate. Couldn't concentrate. See? That's a good one. Okay, you want another one? Okay. Why don't cannibals eat left-handed people? Oh, they don't taste right. If the early bird catches the worm, I'll sleep in till there are pancakes. Oh no! And do you know the wedding was so beautiful, even the cake was in tears. Clever word, clever, yeah. I used to be able to play the piano by ear, but now I have to use my hands. Well, nearly there. Did you know that milk is the fastest liquid on Earth? It's pasteurised before you can even see it. Almost there for tonight. Did you hear about the circus fire? Oh, it was intense. Fight. No, probably not. And finally, what's the best way to watch a fly fishing tournament? Live stream, of course. Till next week, take care. Night night.